Hello guys and welcome back to Golf with Jen. As you can see, we are in a different environment today. We are not in the golf course, we're just gonna have a little chat. As you guys know, I have been in lockdown. So first up, take a cup of coffee, take a cup of tea, whatever floats your boat. Let's just have a little chill time. So I have tons of time because I am still in lockdown. Hopefully by the time this video gets aired or gets released, I'm no longer in lockdown and I'm out at the golf course practicing. But in the meantime, I'm still stuck at home. So I decided to do this video for you guys because a lot of you guys have been asking for it, which is how I practice at home. So before we continue on with the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you want to, share this video with your friends as well so that I can continue to keep making content for you guys. So another thing, I do not know how long or how I'm going to do this video. We're just going to go along and see how it goes because according to YouTube, you guys don't really like watching long videos and it's kind of affecting my YouTube channel because you guys aren't watching to the end. So I might just break this down into like putting, chipping. I don't really know how it's gonna work. So just follow along on this journey, I guess. But anyway, today I'm just gonna be talking about how I've been working on my game in lockdown. So I know a lot of you guys are in the same situation. You guys are either in lockdown or you guys just have bad weather where you are. But I also think that this could be beneficial for people who, I mean, you might not be in lockdown, you might not have bad weather, but maybe you're just busy and you don't have time to go to the driving range, you don't have time to go practice after work, and your only way to practice is at home, or you don't practice at all and you just go straight to the golf course on the weekend, which might not be working out so well for you, and maybe that's why you're watching this video. I don't know, but either way, I hope that this benefits you in some way. I'm just going to show you that how I've been practicing. Basically, obviously, this is my job. So even though I'm in lockdown, I'm trying to do the best that I can. I really can't do anything else because, I mean, people can work from home. I guess this is my version of working from home because I don't have a golf course at home. So, and I also live in a condominium. So it's going to change. I mean, the way that you practice at home is going to change based on your living situation. If you live in a house with a yard, or if you have space, if you have grass, I would 100% recommend hitting on grass because nothing just beats hitting on grass. But I don't have that privilege. I live in a condo, so I don't have much room, but I know a lot of people are in the same situation as well. So I'm just gonna bring you guys through how you can still improve your game at home, because as golfers, we know that there's no substitute for practice. Like, you can't just not hold a golf club for weeks, months, however long, and go to the golf course and be able to play. That's just not how it works. So here's some of the things that I do. Hopefully this helps you. Comment down below what you think, what you do, whatever you want. Just comment, interact with me. I got lots of time to chat with you guys. So let's head on straight into the video and see you guys outside. Alright, so this is my little setup over here. This is my putting mat. It's a putt-out mat. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. If you don't know what that is, it is part of the putt-out as well. Just ignore the barbell. And basically, it's you practice perfect speed. So if you putt and it finishes in there, it means the speed is perfect. If it's just a little bit hard, a little bit, you'll just come back down like that. So in terms of putting practice, what I think is most important is not really things like speed. It's more of basically how to improve your stroke. And I have this ball which is very simple. You can just take a Sharpie, which is what I did. I don't know if it's a Sharpie or a Starpie, but whatever, that marker, whatever kind of marker, just put that little, the thing that you draw a line over it, and then just cover half the ball in a certain color, whatever color you want. And the aim here is just to make sure that the ball is rolling end over end. If you cut or if you pull your putting stroke, it's going to be really wobbly. So this is the easiest way to see if your putter face is square at impact, and that's one of the most important things, because when your putter face is square, you're going to make more consistent putts, and then all you have to worry about is the line and the speed. So if you can't even putt it on line, you shouldn't even have to worry about line and speed, because after that is just luck. So these are the kind of drills that I feel would help your putting at home. So again, it really depends on what you have. Some other things that I think it's helpful is something like when you're on a putting green, you can just, when you put two tees and you put a gate. They have similar ones with the putt out as well, which is like a gate. But they also have this thing, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. It's a Pels putting. So you put the two balls here, and then you have to putt it in between the line. And don't hit the ball, which is this metal ball thing. And it all runs on the same concept that you want to start the ball in line. So these are all technical parts of the game that you're improving versus like, when you have that putting green that has that two holes, it's a green color. It's like the most common practice putting mat that you have. Sorry, not putting green, putting mat. It basically usually has two holes at the end there and it's just straight up and just this little slope. Those kind of putting mats, I think they're good because they're good when you use things like this on them. But if your goal of putting on that putting mat is just to be making those putts, I don't think they're actually going to be beneficial for you because I think that like when you're at home, this, no matter how realistic it is, it's still a mat, it's not grass, so it's not going to react the same way that a ball on a putting green would react. So the what you want to improve when you're at home is essentially your putting stroke. Because when you improve your putting stroke, it's going to help you start the ball more online. When you start the ball more online, like I said just now, all you have to focus on is then your speed and your line. Versus if you can't even start the ball online, you don't even have to think about it at all. So if you have troubles with your putting stroke, this is something else that you can use. So this one works on an arc. You basically put your putter here and you go like this. So if you are an arc putter, you can use something like this. I don't really use this. You can also use alignment sticks. Just put two alignment sticks here, kind of like the mat already has. And that's another thing you can do to work on your stroke. I'll show you an example here of what the ball rolling on this with this line should look like. You see how it's basically end over end. Can see the ball rolling, the black and the white is basically one line. If you were to, like, for instance, really cut it, and you have to align it every single time. If you don't align it, there's no point in using this ball, obviously. But for instance, if you were to cut it, the ball would be like a blur, like you can't see the line going end over end. So that's obviously what we want to avoid. And if you have troubles rolling the ball end over end, basically it means you need to work on your stroke. And you don't need to go to a real putting green to do that. You can use all these tools that you have. Really depends on what you have. And if you don't have anything, like I said, you can just use alignment sticks or whatever, just create a gate. Obviously, you can't put teeth on this mat, but something along those lines just to make sure that your ball starts on line. Okay, so if you don't have any tools, you can even just put, making sure you guys can see this. You can put like two books here, create your own gate. Make sure your putter fits in between it, obviously. Whatever you have, just to create your own gate to work on your putting stroke. And then for your ball, you can even just put tees or markers or whatever you have following the line. It doesn't have to be a long putt. We're working on the stroke here. And as I said, the main goal is to make sure it starts on line. So you can put something here and make sure that when you putt, it doesn't hit it. If it hits it, you obviously know that it is not starting on line. And obviously you want to make the hole quite small because you don't want it to be super big, then obviously the ball's not going to hit it even if you don't start it on line. It's not going to be as accurate as using something like this, but if you don't have something like this and you don't have time to buy it or you just don't want to buy it, there's always ways to go around it. So I think you can just improvise and do whatever you want, but really just work more on technique, not on things like speed with a putting mat because, as I said, this is a mat, so there's no grass. I don't think in the world that is exactly like this. So there's no point working on speed here. Things like making this putt out thing, I think it's more like for fun. It's not going to be something that I would say necessarily improves your game. This would be really good if you did it on a golf course, on a practice green. Not golf course, on a practice green, because working on this to get the perfect speed on a practice green is really, really good because then you get really good with your speed on that specific green. But at home on this mat, it's not going to do anything for you. So it's a fun game, but I wouldn't say it's going to improve your game. So I would work more on technical in terms of your putting stroke and starting the ball on line for putting. Okay guys, so I'm editing this video and I think it's starting to get to the point where it's getting too long because apparently nobody has attention spans anymore. I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw shade to you guys. It's just what YouTube's telling me. So if you guys want me to upload longer videos, make sure you watch them till the end. If not, I'm sorry. I hope you guys don't get annoyed by the fact that I'm uploading like bits and pieces. But anyway, I guess it works because this part is just going to be focused on putting and the next part is going to be focused on working on your swing at home, and I promise it will be coming to you sooner than you expect. So stay tuned for the next one and see you guys then. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys keep improving even though you guys are at home and or wherever you are, just keep on improving.